Hello everybody. Today I'm going to do a step-by-step on how I do my briskets. Sometimes I'll vary up and I'll change the different seasonings and everything. This was not the best brisket in the world. This was just a select. I always have a hard time finding briskets that have a thick flat on them. Seems like lately they cut the flat down too thin, but this one had a fairly decent flat on it, so I went ahead and got it. I prefer to have a choice or a prime. Not easy to find around here. Sometimes you can find choice, but anyway, so I'm gonna just briefly go through what I normally do in the process, and then we'll also go through the various stages of cooking and what it looks like afterwards, and we'll see how it turns off. This big chunk of fat right here actually runs all the way down through between the flat and the point. This is big, hard, thick fat that will not render. There's many videos out there of trimming the briskets and everything, but anyway, so I'm going to take this off. And it's always good to have a nice, good, sharp knife when you're doing this. And if the brisket's is still cold, it also helps as well. That's probably half a pound. Okay, there's not a lot of silver skin on this one, so I'm not even going to mess with the top side of the flat here. There's really is very, very little. So I'll trim just a little bit more. I like to trim these sides down to where, you know, I'm down exposed to the meat. It allows the smoke ring to get deeper into the edges of the meat. About done with this side here. I'm gonna come around this side. I'll try to get some of this off over here on this side before I flip it over. There's a big fat layer in between this point and this flat, larger than usual actually. Sometimes I'll go in there and take some of that out, but I don't know if I'm going to do it this time or not. Problem you get, this fat layer causes this brisket to be thicker right here than it is. The flatter it lays and the more uniform it is, the better it cooks. So I'm going to start up here. There's not a lot of fat on this brisket. There's a big hard fat right in through here on this side right here that I'm going to take off. Down here, it's pretty lean on the fat down here already. Matter of fact, there's a spot right here with no fat, and it's probably an eighth, an inch or so down here. I'm going to leave most of this down here. I am going to trim off some of this up here. I decided I am going to go ahead and take some of this out. ought to be good there. Makes it lay a little bit flatter. So that'll be all the trimming.